guys, it's Kath and from Simple Reflect, and we are here for our hashtag Educators Can night that we have every Wednesday night at 7:30. And I have the beautiful Nikki Leonti from Start Your Own Family Daycare is back with us tonight. Hi, Nikki, how are you?
I'm good.
How has
I'm
your
really
week
good,
been?
actually. Yeah, well, we are in the last week of school holidays here in Queensland. So
Yes.
it has been crazy, and it's my son's birthday today. So we've had parties and stuff on the weekends. And I was run down. So I spent Monday on the couch, but I'm feeling so much better. Yeah, it's been a really fun day, bowling and cake and all sorts of good stuff. So yeah, feeling pretty good.
Nice, nice.
Yeah,
So,
very
guys,
good.
as you come on, say hi. Tonight is all about having your questions answered. Chat with us about family daycare. With us about what's happening in your family daycare. So, we have two really good questions tonight. One's not really a question, but the first one came up in our programming mastermind this week. And one of my beautiful educators did the shame admit that she hasn't had a holiday from being an educator for 2 years. And it led to a bit of soul searching for me about how important it is for me to refill my cup and take regular breaks, and that is actually what I need. And there's three different types of holidays that I need. I need to do something regular every week, and I need to have weekends that I aim for, and then I need to have bigger times of chunks of time away. But she was very, very happy. Like, it works really, really well for her. And I wanted to talk to you tonight about this, Nikki, as well. What did you do as an educator with your holidays? What did you, especially over Christmas break, because we're coming up to Christmas break now, and educators are either deciding whether they do have a break or don't have a break. And now is a fabulous time to give parents enough notice if you are planning on having a break. But I really thought tonight we could just chat about what you actually did, Nikki, just to give others a
Yeah.
bit of more of an idea as well.
Well, I think this is such a common thing, and in our Facebook group, I did for over the last few years, people are complaining, saying, "Oh, I haven't had a break in forever," and how do people afford to take that time off? And really, you do need to look at your regular income that you're getting you need to be able to allocate some of it for sick leave and holiday pay. You don't have to physically separate it, but you do need to understand that if you are sick, you don't get paid, and the same goes for holidays. But it means that if you want to have a break, you just need to plan for it. And now's a great time to start planning for either the Christmas break, or if that's out of the budget financially, at least start planning for next year. So putting a certain amount aside, depending on how much you're going to need, so that you put that aside in even a separate account. I mean, you can sign up to, an online banking account that's separate from your, your family money, that you can put aside every week to actually save up and have a vacation and have that time off without it impacting you financially. Because I think that's part of the problem, is that when we're not getting paid for our breaks, we desperately need the break is more stressful than taking a break. So
Yes.
I think if you start planning for that, that's a really good one. So for me, I generally closed a lot around the school holidays. I don't know if I didn't take every school holidays and the whole ones off, but a lot of my families were teachers or just didn't need the school holiday covered anyway, which worked really well for me. But I did find that over Christmas, I actually stayed open over Christmas. I just closed the public holidays because I had two families that needed that. Now, it can be good and bad, because I found that some of the families were expecting me to close. So financially for them as well, they wouldn't have to pay for childcare really if they were going away. So you do want to think about that. You don't want to just be open knowing that your families are going to be away, but then you're still getting paid. So you do need to it can't always be take. Like, I'm not saying that educators don't put a lot in during the year as well, but do think about that side of things as well. So for me, I did have to stay open for 2 particular families at that time of year, but not the whole time. And so I would really look at budgeting to take at least the June, July school holidays off, and potentially the September school holidays off as well. I found those were really good for our family. But for me, I need to have a break. And in saying that, now with my husband's business as well, I mean, he's on all the time company. And, I just find that the weekend getaways are the types of getaways that we have now. We don't have, 2 or 3 3-week-long holidays. And we also have a 14-month-old. So going away for a week is way more exhausting than it is.
That's a big deal. Yeah.
It is. Like, going away for 2 nights is really my limit at the moment. When she gets older, it will be a bit of a different story. But 2 nights, is definitely my limit for vacations, because she actually does sleep pretty well now when we go away, but the boys don't. Like, they are just up and down, and they want to be in our room, and it's just, I don't like it. So I prefer to do day getaways. And I mean, we live by the beach, we've got some beautiful spaces around us that aren't that far away. So kind of booking in some day stuff. But I'm very similar to you. Like, I need to have some downtime every week just for myself. And I tend to try and carve that out of a morning sometime. But then we do like to book those weekend trips a couple of times a year. But we haven't got to the stage of having those bigger, holidays just yet. I mean, I think the last time we went away for a long time, it was probably 4 years ago. We went over to the US to see Andy's family. That's the last time that we've actually been away for more than 2 nights. So, yeah, that was a while ago.
And I think that shows how important it is to actually do what works. Like, really know for your
I know, because some people
work.
love like the 2 weeks off and dream about getting on a plane and I think, oh man, the thought of getting on a plane with 3 kids is opposite to me. No. So you don't have to strive to try and fund a 2-week holiday or even a 2-week break. Even just taking, especially like around the public holidays, if you just, slot in an extra couple of days in there, can really make it a really decent break that gives you some time to just, relax and recharge. It can look however you want. And the beauty of this is that you give parents enough time. Obviously you want to do that as well, but you don't have to get approval from a boss or anything like that. So that is a bonus. You do want to give parents enough notice as well, because you don't want to put them out in the lurch. But there are so many options. I mean, you can get a relief in or whatever else you want to do. But I really just want educators to think about, how much time do you need to have a bit of a break, and look at how much money you need to put aside and try to, save that. So there's no stress and you're having that break, in a relaxing way, rather than worrying about how much you're potentially losing, because that's what I hear educators saying. It's like, oh, but I'm going to lose all this money. And I just think, if you get sick because you're overworked and exhausted, you're actually going to lose a lot of money that way too. So,
yeah, potentially more realistically.
Yeah. Are you closed over Christmas, or what are you doing?
Yeah, no, I used to. Have you got that echo? I've got a really bad echo. Sorry. I used to stay open over the Christmas break because I had families that really needed. They ran their own businesses, so even the public holidays were really important days for them to work. So I used to be very open. Now, now I take about a week and a half to 2 weeks off, depending on what where the holidays and whatnot sit. But I've taken that a couple of years now in a row, and I do tell my parents at the start of the year that that's what I'm likely to do at the end of the year again. And then generally we take about a week around September sometime, just so that's quite predictable for parents. As well. I don't want to all of a sudden go, oh, I'm having this holiday. I actually want it to be reasonably predictable with, as much notice as I can to them.
Yeah.
I had a parent today, are you working the public holiday? And we've got a public holiday on Monday coming. And I was like, no, I haven't worked public holidays for quite a while now. And it hadn't even occurred to her that I might work it. Just like, oh, you used to work them. Well, yes, I had a family that really needed the public holidays that I worked. So I did. But when I haven't got parents that don't need them, then I'm not going to do it. It's individual, isn't it? It really is. For educators as well as parents. Yeah, it has changed over the years quite a bit with the different families that I've had. But for me, it doesn't really make, because my husband's on shift, so it really doesn't make a lot of difference whether I work public holidays or not. And so I do actually try and work out whether the parents need them or not, and that's why I work them or not. And that just works.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. I'm glad we had this conversation, because I just wanted to remind educators that it's about being an individual. Like, we work for ourselves, and it is important to let our scheme know if we're going to take time off, but do what works for you. Do what works for you, and really, if you know you're going to need time off, then give parents enough notice. But as Nikki said, save. Like, just put a little tiny bit away each week, and make sure you get that break.
Yeah.
Now,
do you need to go?
Sorry?
Do you need to go? I just thought I had your phone call.
Yeah, I'm like, I left it sitting there on. I am sorry, everyone. And I've got a little funny. And I've got a little funny echo thing happening as well. It's like, oh. But I did my normal Wednesday tonight. So if you guys know my routine, my Wednesday routine, I finished at 5, and I'm really trying to be strict with my parents, please pick up on time at 5, because 5:30 I go to the gym and I do a gym session. And I've had some questions around my routine and how I fit exercise into being an educator. And today I actually went for a beautiful big walk with the children, and I wanted to talk about this, about how exercising with the children can be super, super fun. You don't need to you don't have to always exercise away from the children. Like, if you once or twice a week include your exercise with the children, then how much fun does that end up being? And I really, really enjoyed my walk today. And I wanted to talk about, and just ask you, Nikki, about how did you incorporate exercise and being out and about with the children when as an educator?
Well, I guess for me, I don't know if I'm the best example. I found, on my side, and with 2 boys as well, I just found they're so super active. So we would spend most of our times outside. We'd walk to the playground. I'd actually be fairly physical at the playground. So we would do balancing. We would do kind of treasure hunt games. It was quite a lot of go, go, go. And then I also would get up early myself and go for a walk before the kids kind of woke up. And that was exercise, yes, but it was mostly just to have some downtime with no one talking to me. And that's always really nice. So that's one of my favorite forms of exercise because it's very relaxing for me and I get to have some time to myself. And it's not that long. I probably allow 45 minutes. It's not overly strenuous. It's not really for the exercise element. It's just really calming. But then other exercises that I would do with the kids is that I have a Tabata timer on my phone, which is like second a buzzer, 10 seconds buzzer, 20 seconds buzzer, 10 seconds buzzer. And you can do that, like you can set it to go for 10 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever. And so I would usually set it for 3 minutes. And the kids and they would make up an exercise or whatever. It could be clapping our hands. It could be star jumps. It could be running in circles. Or we had like a balance beam and a trampoline and, all sorts of little things. And we would do the activity for the 20 seconds and then it would beep and then we'd have 10-second break and then 20 seconds someone else would choose the activity. And that was really fun. Like that is always fun. The kids love that because they all got a go of choosing what the activity was to do for 20 seconds. And they get kids are just naturally have energy and the more energy you are starting to do, the more energy you have. So it's kind of, if you just look at how kids are, they don't need to be doing exercise. They just need to be playing. Yeah. And if you are active with them and playing, I find that's the best form. And that exercise outside of family daycare, going to the gym or just walking or whatever it is that you want to do is not just the exercise element, it's the away from other people element or it's the social element, depending what else you need because you're with children all day long. So the timer one was definitely helpful. So for educators who are kind of struggling to fit it all in, or if you're a solo parent, so you haven't got someone else to watch the kids in the afternoon, then those kinds of things can be great just to do at home. And for me, that is probably the most fun thing that the kids really did enjoy. So that's always fun. But I'd love to hear what other educators are doing. So if they can write that in the comments below, I'd love to hear what they're doing for exercises and just, I think it is such an active job. It's lifting children, it's sitting down on the floor, it's, crawling around and picking things up, it's up and down and so you don't want to it be exhausting yourself, because, you've got 8 or 10 or 12-hour days. So you don't want to exhaust yourself, but you want to stay fit. Otherwise, it's going to become even more exhausting if you're not stepping enough of these things. It will just become even harder. And particularly watching your back when you're lifting children. That was for me the hardest thing, especially after having Barb. Your core is shot. So you're really having to be much more careful about all of that. But there are a lot of core videos that you can watch to do kind of the core exercises. But some of the other really fun things that we did were the kids' yoga. We used to have I think I still have them, the yoga cards with the animal pictures on it, and then it would have the yoga move. And we would do those, and a lot of the time we would do that before rest time or after rest time. Very calming stuff. And when I was teaching kindergarten, we always did that after rest time before the kids went home. And they just kind of went off because most of the kids were then going to pick up siblings and they've got activities and, it's kind of go, go, go after school. So you don't want to just wake up and be shoved in the car. It's quite, a little bit disorientating for them. So doing a bit of yoga kind of was a great transition. So doing those kinds of things. There's so many options. It was really fun.
Yeah, it really is. We've talked a little bit about yoga over the last couple of series, haven't we? Like,
Yes.
because I think that's becoming much more, or educators are becoming much more aware of the benefits of doing it. Even with really young children, they try so hard to get in the right poses and just to really get their bodies where the older children are. So for a mixed age group like family daycare, they try so hard to do these skills and develop what the older children are doing. Like, it just becomes beautiful, doesn't it? The other one that I love to do with the children several times a week is Munch and Move, the Munch and Move dancing. So, and lots of different types of dancing as well. Like, it really can be, like, all of the children can be involved. It doesn't have to be age group specific then as well.
Yeah.
So we've got, hi, Kathleen. I don't know if we said hello. Hi, Kathleen. Michelle says, I go early to the gym on days I work, 5:30 a.m. alarm set, gives me the energy I need for the day. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I love to hear how educators are fitting it all in, because it's a really big deal to fit time for ourselves, but also exercise, and it's super important. And if we have this discussion about how each of us is fitting it in, we can sort of work out where we might be able to fit it in for ourselves if we're not doing it.
Yeah. I've just decided, I'm a bit nervous about going, but on a Tuesday night here just down the road, they do African dancing. And it's with actual, like, they have drummers on the side. And I think it looks pretty fun. And quite energetic. But I think you get, like, a lot of tension out. And, it looks pretty fun. So, yeah, I'm going to give that a go. So I will let you know as soon as I've gone. And it's one of the really good times.
Fun.
It does. And, some of them don't start till 8 o'clock or 7:30. And so it's like, it's so late by the time you finish, wind down, have a shower and all that. It's like, it's too late for me. But this starts at 6:30. So it's kind of over by 7:30. And that's a really good time for me. That looks really good. So I'm looking forward to giving that a go.
Oh, that does sound
so
good.
Anyone on the Sunshine Coast, message me if you're keen to come with me. So I would love some more support.
Good. And also add in the comments as well, if you're doing some sort of exercise that you think other educators would benefit from, share with us. Let us know what you're fitting into your week, because it is super important. But as well, as Nikki's just said, it's super fun. It's super important to have fun as well. Like, use it for both, around mindset and clearing your mind and uplifting yourself, as well as having the exercise.
Yeah.
So that was the 2 questions I had for tonight. Now, but I also wanted to just remind everyone about Kelly's nomination.
Woo!
And I'm so excited for her. Had to mention this again. It's like, I think, is it the end of the month, the 30th, that they need to be in by? So you've only got a day or two, to actually vote for your person that you feel is the person you want to vote for. We, of course, love Kelly, and but it's your say. If you are a Family Daycare Australia member, then hop on the form, and I will add it in the comments, and vote. It's our chance to have just a tiny little bit of a say about that body that I don't know, do you say influences everything we do? Realistically, they have, a lot of say or about family daycare. That's what they're all about. So let's have, hop on there and vote for the person that you want to be included in that board to have a voice for us.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Super. Okay, so if you have questions, especially if you're in the replay, if you have questions, pop them in. We will come back to them over the week. Have a beautiful week. Thank you so much, Nikki. It's nice to see you back, and thank you so much for especially coming on your son's birthday.
Yes, you're welcome. It was lots of fun. I hate missing these. So, yeah, I'm here. So we're going to go eat some more cake. Hopefully the kids are asleep now. So
she's going for cake. All right. Have a beautiful week, everyone. Thanks, Nikki. Bye.